Alright, we have the figure here, got the camera set up, got the guns, got the figures, got the tape measure, got the audio, everything's looking good. What am I missing? No, alright. I think we're good to go. Hey there, got the freaking box! Hey there guys, Primus Reviews here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Takara Tomy Studio Series 78 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Autobot Sideswipe. Now, I did tease this figure back in my last video, and if you haven't checked out my last video, please make sure to check it out, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new, and make sure to turn on post notifications so that way you guys don't miss a single upload. Now, this figure is truly screen accurate, as in I believe they did a great job from the head to the feet to the arms to everything. I believe they got everything right with this figure. Now, this figure was a surprise, as in this is a remake slash remold of the Dark of the Moon Sideswipe, but if you have to choose one or the other, I believe choose this one, as this one is the most screen accurate version of Sideswipe. Seeing this guy up for the big screen for the first time, I didn't know who he was. I just know his name was Sideswipe, and that was it. He was a Corvette, but just seeing him on the big screen, I quickly fell in love with him, and I just grew deeply with the character, and I believe that they did a great job giving him his figure and the most screen accurate figure. But yeah, all in all, just a great job. Now, for this video, I will be showing you guys the differences between this version and the Dark of the Moon version. So this one is going to be a little different, as we're going to focus on that a little bit more, so that way you guys can see the differences and why you should choose this one. Now, taking a look at the packaging, here you do have the Generation Transformers, a nice image of Sideswipe there. Studio Series 78 Autobot Sideswipe Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. On the side you do get a nice image of Sideswipe there. On the back you do get the figure plus his alt mode 19 steps, which is really simple, and in the side you do get that nice image. So yeah, all in all, great box. Now let's take a look at this figure. Now, taking a closer look at this figure, you can just see what they got right automatically with this figure, especially with that head sculpt. Wow, that is a gorgeous head sculpt. I do love the silver paint here, just all around to the feet is truly amazing. Now, the backpack is a little big, but it doesn't really bother me as much as I thought it would. But no, all in all, you can just see the nice silver paint on this guy. You do got a little bit of silver for the rims there. But no, all in all, I believe they did do a great job. You even got the silver paint apps here on his chest piece here. And yeah, all in all, it just looks truly amazing. I'm just in love with the head sculpt. Studio Series, great job on the head sculpts, man. I think they're doing a fantastic job on that. But yeah, you even got the little detail here, just the little reds here. It's really a gorgeous figure in hand, and I believe they did a great job. Seeing what this guy did in the big screen was truly amazing. Even though in Revenge of the Fallen he didn't have that many scenes, but the scenes he was in, he didn't disappoint. Now, this guy did come with a few accessories, so let's take a look at those now. Now, for his first accessory, here we have the blades. These two individually blades, and you can see that these are truly really cool. They are shiny, which is pretty cool. On the inside they are a little darker gray, which is pretty cool. But yeah, here's the difference between this guy's and the Dark of the Moon. Basically, you can't really see a difference from the front. This is the Revenge of the Fallen, this is the Dark of the Moon. But when you turn them around, you can clearly see a big difference. That this one is a little darker gray on the inside, while this is just a neutral color. So those are the differences between these two blades there. And for his next accessory, here we have his guns. Now, these are pretty cool. As you can see, they do have detail on them, which is pretty sick. But all in all, it is a great looking gun. Just a great looking gun. Now the difference between this guy's gun and the Dark of the Moon is you can see a difference right away is the paint apps, as this one has more silver and a little bit more black, as this one is just a plain color with just plain. But this one you can see a little bit of the black and the white here. So yeah, all in all, those are basically the only two differences there on the gun modes. Now let's put on these accessories so that way you can see how cool he actually looks. Now to install his accessories, we are going to start off with the blades. All you're going to simply do is turn Sideswipe to the side, and you're going to see a hole right here. And for his sword, you're going to see a peg right here. All you're going to do is simply just click it in there. You do kind of have to angle it, as it is a little bit of a pain, but once you get it on, I believe it does look truly cool. First side done. Second side is the same thing, hole there, peg here, and all you're gonna do is just plug it in, and there you go. Now you have him holding his swords. No, his blades. There you go, the blades. He does truly look amazing with these blades on, as they are super movie accurate. And yeah, all in all, like I said, they've done a great job with this figure, and you can tell right away he is posable, but we will be talking about that later. But all in all, you can just see how gorgeous this figure does actually look, and just how much of a well job they did with this figure. Now to install his guns, all you're gonna do is, of course, hand here. His hand already does have a hole in it there, that way you'll be good to go. And you're just gonna simply plug it in, as this already does have a peg. You're just gonna simply just plug it in his hand, and it is a really firm grip, so you kind of do have to squeeze in and out. So just give me a second. There you go. I'm sorry, but yeah, there you go. Now you have him holding his weapon. But yeah, all in all, I believe it does truly look amazing, and he just looks so screen accurate, and I'm just happy what they did with this figure, as they did an amazing job. And of course, you can store his weapons on his robot mode. All you simply gotta do is come to the back, and you are gonna see two ports here, right there, and the gun is going to have a peg right there. So all you're gonna do is simply just flip it over, whichever side it works, come to this back and just plug it in like so, and that's how it's supposed to look. Same thing with his gun here. Let me see if I can take that off for you guys. Same thing, upside down. Oops, wrong one. Freaking. Ugh. Anyway, flip it upside down. Here you go, and just plug that in, and there you go. That's how it's supposed to look. Now, you can store his swords as well. And all simply you're gonna do is turn him upside down. There's gonna be a peg here, and this is where this peg comes in, the big peg. All you simply gotta do is just slide it in, and there you go. It should be able to stick on fairly nice and securely, and there you go. That is how it is supposed to look. I think I do have it on the wrong way, I'm not 100% sure, but it does plug in, so there you go. And yeah, that way you can see on one side, you can plug it in just like this side if you want to. But yeah, I believe it is a great storage, as it doesn't make him look too bad or too horrible. I believe it makes him look just perfect. Now for articulation, his head is on a ball joint. It can look up that far, and it can look down that far. His arm can move out, really tight bicep swivel, bend at the elbow. He sadly does not have wrist swivel, but it does go up and down, but that's more for the transformation. Now the reason why he can do so much posability is because he does have, his leg can move out that far, it can move back that far, it does have a bend at the knee, yeah, a really slight bend at the knee, at ankle movement, and he does have a beautiful pivot, really beautiful, and he does have these things in the back to help him stand up. That's why he's able to stand up with these weird looking feet. So yeah, all in all, great posability. On a deluxe class, great posability. Now for a deluxe class, of course, he is supposed to be small, so he stands roughly at about 5 inches tall. Not bad, you know, it is a deluxe class, so it is going to be small, but for a deluxe class, the posability is truly amazing. That's what shocks me the most about this figure. For some size comparisons, here he is next to my last review, the Studio Series Bumblebee movie, Soundwave. Now take a look at that. I think they both truly look great together, and if they were to fight, I'm pretty sure Soundwave would win. Come on, let's be honest here. But Sideswipe will put up a good fight. But I believe these do look great together, as I believe they scale just right. As you can see, the difference between a Voyager and a deluxe class, as deluxes are supposed to be small, Voyager's class is supposed to be the middle class. So yeah, all in all, I believe these two do look great together. But I think the comparison I've been waiting for is the Studio Series Ironhide. Take a look at that. Now, I believe these two do, in fact, look great with each other. I believe that they got all the details just right, and they both do truly look screen accurate. And I just can't thank Studio Series enough for doing these figures, as they both do truly look amazing next to each other, and they do look movie accurate, as in Dark of the Moon they were mostly with each other tag teaming. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, all in all, great job Studio Series for making these figures come to life and actually making it worth it, because these two do look amazing with each other. It's just, oh my god, oh my gosh, it's just so cool. And I believe they scale just perfect with each other. I believe Sideswipe is supposed to be that height. Maybe Ironhide is supposed to be a little taller. But all in all, I believe they look really great together. Now for the last comparison. Here is the previous Sideswipe figure that we had before this one came out. The Dark of the Moon Soundwave. Now, right off the bat, you can see a huge difference between these guys, as in paint apps. Now here's the face sculpt of the Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe, as that looks truly amazing. And here is the Dark of the Moon head sculpt of Sideswipe. As you can see, these two do have completely different paint apps of head sculpts, as in this one doesn't have any color, while this one does have a lot of color, which is really cool. And as you can see, it's raining. Oh, for alright, we're good, we're right, we're straight, we're good, right? It's not raining no more. Oh boy, alright. Here we go. As you can clearly see, these two are completely different, as in paint apps. It's not even a question. You should really go for this guy if you do want the most accurate version of Sideswipe, as he was in the second and third movie. But you should also get this guy as well, as he is more accurate in his vehicle mode to the Transformers Dark of the Moon version of Sideswipe. So yeah, all in all, it's up to you. I'm going to turn these guys to the side so that way you guys can see the difference on the backpacks. So there you go. You can see that this guy does have a bigger backpack, while this guy does not, because this guy doesn't have a roof on the car. As you remember in Dark of the Moon, he does have a convertible. So all in all, the choice is up to you. But there, so that way you guys can just see the difference. But yeah, honestly, up to you guys, whatever you guys want to do. But for me, I'm gonna keep the Revenge of the Fallen in robot mode, and whenever I want to transform him, I'll transform him into the car mode. But this guy is gonna stay in vehicle mode probably for the accurate version of the Dark of the Moon car. And one last comparison, so that way you guys can see just if there's any difference in height. And no, not really. There's not much difference in height. Just the same thing. So yeah. Alright guys, here's where I'm going to cut it off so I can show you guys his transformation. I will be transforming the Dark of the Moon version of the Sideswipe so that way you guys can see the difference in vehicle mode. So, I'll be right back. Wow. That does truly look amazing, doesn't it? Super movie accurate. Super movie accurate. I believe they did a great job with this figure. Great job. Just all around a great job with this figure. Just taking a closer look here, you guys can just see all the detail that was put into it. It is truly amazing and super screen accurate. Wow, man, it's truly amazing of how right they got it, you know. And honestly, both robot and car mode look truly spot on, and I have to give them props when props is due, because this is a small car, but all in all they managed to find a way to do it, and it just truly looks beautiful. Now, I did transform the Dark of the Moon version, so here is the Dark of the Moon version of these two, and you can clearly see a huge difference. You can clearly see a huge difference. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really am not. Kinda like this car mode a little better. But yeah guys, believe me when I say there is a huge difference between these two. You can automatically see the differences. Here's the front view. Here's the top view. As you can see, this one does have seats and a steering wheel, which is pretty cool. This one you can see right through, it doesn't have anything. This one does have a hood, this one does not. Here are the side views here of the car. Let me do it this way. The car modes here. See a huge difference. Also, the wheels are colored on this one is not. That's what I like about this one. And just the paint apps on this one is way better, and I'm sad. I am sad. Here's the back view. My red thing is missing because mine came packaged like that. I don't know where it is. I've been trying to find it, and yeah, I just can't find it. But yeah, here's the back view, and here's the other side view for you guys there. But yeah, all in all, you can see the differences of these two. Now, these do almost have the same transformation as one another. I think the only difference is that the paint apps on the robot mode on this one are way better than the paint apps on this mode, which is sad because I do love the car mode. The car mode is the superior one, except for the rims. I do wish the rims were colored like this one. I really do wish they were colored. And it sucks because this car looks truly amazing, and they focused all the paint apps on the car mode, but on the robot mode it just looks plain. It really does. But all the paint apps went to the car mode and the robot mode, and I just wish that this one did have more paint. Now, I did have more trouble transforming this guy, as the transformation is complex, as in everything is squished in, so it makes it hard for things to move and align with one another. As the paint, not the paint apps, I'm sorry. As the transformation for this one, it's the same thing, but I just had more of an easier time transforming this one, which is really weird when they both have the same transformation, except for the hood part, where all you do is literally just bring this part down and just clip it in. So, I'm sorry, this part. Clip it in, just right there, and that's it. But yeah, all in all, there are the two differences between the two Sideways. I know I did not just say Sideways. Are you serious? Sideswipe. Bro, I'm so tired. Now, this figure did grow shorter in height, as he is now about not even 2 inches tall. He's about a little smaller than that now, but it's alright. I mean, he does push everything in so that way he can get small, that way he can transform into the car mode. But here are the size comparisons. Here he is next to Soundwave. Yeah, really small deluxe figure. And for the last comparison, here he is next to Ironhide, and if you haven't checked out that video, please make sure to check it out, as you will see his amazing truck mode, and I believe is 100% worth it. But yeah, there you guys go. There you have the size comparisons. Alright guys, here's where I am gonna cut it off, so that way I can give my overall grade, my final thoughts, and my overall review of this guy. Let me transform him real quick so that way I can do that. But yeah, all in all, I believe he is a great addition. Alright guys, there you go. There you have Studio Series 78 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Autobot Sideswipe. Now overall, this figure is truly cool, and it is one of the most screen accurate Sideswipes we have ever gotten in a long time. The robot mode is amazing. The car mode is really cool. It's just transforming it to and from is a bit of a pain, as everything is so complex with each other. But overall, I believe you guys will have fun with this figure, and he is really posable for a deluxe class, which is super freaking amazing. But overall, for my overall grade, I will give this figure a solid 8 out of 10. The transformation to and from the robot mode is kind of complex. Also, it is kind of hard for him to stand up at times, as the feet are kind of these weird things, which is kind of hard for him to stand. But overall, great figure, and I highly suggest you guys go get this figure, as he will not disappoint. Now, this guy is available for pickup at Big Bad Toy Store, which is a really great sign if you guys do want this Sideswipe. He is sadly sold out in TF Source, which sucks, but the other version, the Dark of the Moon version, is available there at TF Source if you guys want that figure as well. And Shozy Store does not sell this figure, which I guess. But yeah, now there is the Black Mamba version over there at Shozy Store if you guys do want the most accurate version of the Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe. But good luck trying to find him, because he is sold out too. So there you go. But yeah, overall, I love this figure. I will be keeping it in his robot form while I do this one in his car mode for a while. But all in all, great figure. I highly suggest you guys go pick this up. He will not disappoint at all. But yeah, I think that's it for me. So this has been Primus Reviews, and remember to stay calm and keep moving on. So I'll make sure to see you guys on the next one. Sideswipe, you did not have to stunt like that on Sideways, bro. You barely even gave any screen time. We just know him because of concept art. Bro, give people a chance to prove themselves, or at least, you know, have more than 10 seconds of screen time.